Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We are back for the Season 2 finale of our Formula 1 22 My Team Career Mode with Cyborg Porsche here in Abu Dhabi. Now, although we are out of the Drivers' Championship, Charles Leclerc actually did manage to win that in Portimao last time around. So if you guys haven't seen that, hit the link up top. We still have a four-way battle for the Constructors Championship. We are all within 34 points of each other. So any team that can have a good finish here will have a chance at winning the Constructors Championship. Now, those four teams would be obviously Cyborg Porsche, then Red Bull, McLaren, and then Ferrari. Now, I tried to do the math to see who had to finish where in order for each team to win the championship, but if I listed all those possibilities, we'd probably be here all day, so we're going to skip that, focus on ourselves at the moment. If we want to win the championship, we just have to finish as high as possible and in front of all the other teams. So, you know, 1-2 finish, even P1, P3, we're only 13 points back. So if one of us wins the race and then Sebastian Vettel or myself are, you know, in the top 5, we should have this championship secured. And then once you get down to like Red Bull, McLaren, Ferrari, even if they get a 1-2, it kind of depends on where the other drivers finish. But I'm not too concerned about that. I'm more just concerned about myself and Sebastian Vettel finishing as high as possible here in qualifying at the end of Q2 here. We put up our first flyer on a set of scrubbed mediums. We're down to P9, so honestly not a bad lap time for a set of medium tires through the chicane where I always struggle. I know here and Belgium turn 1 are just like iconic for me in terms of I'm not able to get out of the corner properly. I lose a lot of time, and here with the DRS zone, getting out of that corner is very important either for defending or overtaking. But through turn 8, still 3.5 tenths up here. Sergio Perez on his first flyer puts him in P10, so still behind us, which is great. If we should be concerned about anyone, it's definitely Red Bull because they're 13 points back only. So, you know, a DNF or a catastrophic, you know, crash, anything like that can really jeopardize our chances at the Constructors Championship if Red Bull finishes well in this race. At the end of Q2 here, we put up a P8, not too concerned at the moment. Sebastian Vettel up in P2, which is great, but yeah, I'm not concerned because it's only Q2. You need to just get into Q3, and then that's where everything really matters. Charles Leclerc up in P6 at the moment. He has to put up an amazing drive because Oscar Piastri, who is his teammate in this back half of the season, hasn't been performing too well, but I'm sure he's going to try his very best to help his team move in front of McLaren because they're only 13 points back of McLaren right now, and P3 in the Constructors Championship would be very helpful for the team because when you talk about Constructors Championships or Constructor standings, you're obviously talking about a lot of money that will help these teams in the next season. But at the same time, I'm not sure how aggressive these teams will be because, you know, everyone's kind of in a vulnerable spot at the moment. If you put up a lot of risk and it doesn't pay off, you know, risk losing out on the current position that you're in. We're gonna go for it. Ferrari really has nothing to lose because Alpine is down in P5 and they have no chance of passing Ferrari, so Ferrari might as well just, you know, throw everything they got at the teams in front and see what sticks. Red Bull and McLaren, on the other hand, you know, they played a little bit more risky. Either team, they can easily lose out on P2 or P3 in the championship. But we end qualifying here on pole position. Sebastian Vettel starting in P3. So that puts us in a good position for 1-2 in order to secure our first Constructors Championship. Red Bull has an atrocity of a qualifying. Sergio Perez honestly not too bad, but Max Verstappen is down in P10, so he's going to be starting just inside of the points, and he's got to work his way up past Sebastian Vettel and myself in order for Red Bull to really have a chance at securing the Constructors Championship. Lando Norris has a great qualifying in P2. His teammate Carlos Sainz qualifies in P9, so they've put themselves in a pretty good position to pass a Red Bull or even obviously have a shot at the P1 spot. Ferrari probably has the worst qualifying overall out of the teams. Charles Leclerc in a P6, so, you know, middle of the top 10. And then Oscar Piastri, he was out in Q2, so if they want to win the championship or even try to pass McLaren, they both have a lot of work to do in this race. But let's get to the finale, guys, and let's see if we can secure our first Constructors Championship here.
Okay, how was that pull away? You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for the Season 2 finale in Abu Dhabi, of course. And we have gotten pretty lucky here as Max Verstappen has a very bad qualifying. He qualifies in P10. And on top of that, he has a grid penalty here. So he's starting down in P16. They are the closest to us, Red Bull. They're the closest to us in the Constructors Championship right now. And then after that would be, I believe, McLaren. So Lando Norris is right behind us. But we have myself starting on pole and Sebastian Vettel starting in P3. So it's going to be a great race. Now we have to be careful because our oh, I can't see right now, but our MGUK, I believe, one of the MGUK things, actually it might be something else, but something in our engine is at like 60% or 65, something along those lines. So hopefully we don't have a failure today. Hopefully we haven't been cursed by the game, because the game kind of just determines whether you're gonna have a failure before you even start the race. So hopefully everything goes well here. We can ride these components to the end of the season and get this kind of disappointing season out of the way. I mean, in terms of the Drivers' Championship, both for me and Sebastian Vettel, it's been pretty disappointing. But despite everything we've been through, we have a chance here to get a Constructors' Championship. So let's get on the grid here. Let's get these tires fired up and try and secure our first Drivers or Constructors Championship here. Alright, here we go for the season finale. The battle for the Constructors Championship starts right now. We got 5 red lights and we are underway here. We got a pretty good pull off the line. Lando Norris coming down the inside here. Obviously have to leave with space, but we keep P1 going into turn 1. And let's see here if we can just run away with this race. Sebastian Vettel keeps his P3. Lando Norris at P2. I think Sergio Perez passes Pierre Gasly. Lando Norris seeing if he can make a move down the inside. We run a little wide here on turn 4 as the tires still aren't fully up to temperature. Lando side by side. Sebastian Vettel is starting to get in on this as well. Going to use the battery. Try and keep this lead here. We might squeeze Sebastian Vettel through. I'm going to leave him a lot of space. I don't want him crashing into the backside of me here. I almost have contact with Lando Norris. We're still side by side on this opening lap here. Sebastian Vettel still in this fight. And we might get double overtaken here. So use the battery once again. We're going 3 wide. Oh man, no. I think I just had contact with Sebastian Vettel. Crap. Hopefully no damage for Sebastian. Lando Norris overtakes us. I was too focused on Sebastian Vettel. He's trying to overtake me too. Okay, I'm just going to let him pass for now. We dropped down to P3 in this opening lap. We're still right on Sebastian Vettel, Lando Norris. I'm not too worried at the moment. Lando Norris putting up the fastest lap. Sebastian Vettel is in front of us right now. But once that DRS gets activated, everything's going to change here. We just need to obviously stay in the window for DRS. Alright, we're gonna have DRS here. We've been trailing Sebastian Vettel, Lando Norris for the last few laps. We might get a chance here. Vettel's starting to move to the side. Lando Norris going on defense. See if we can maybe sneak around both of them. Try and get a spot here. Sebastian Vettel fighting for position. Lando Norris keeps it for now, but Vettel gets a little bit of a better run. He's gonna have DRS as well. Wait, why does no one have the DRS open? Alright, but now we're moving in the first place here as none of them are using DRS down the straight here. We're going 3 wide into turn, I think this is turn 10, maybe turn 8, I don't know. Still 3 wide. I'm trying to leave as much space here as I can, and we're going all over the place because I'm trying to avoid contact, but we're still in the lead here. Starting in P1, we drop down to P3. We now take the lead of this race. But given that we're not going to have DRS here, we all seem to be pretty equal in pace. So let's see if we can gap these guys a little bit now that we've got these tires warmed up and worn in. See what we could do here. Try and keep the lead of this race. Hopefully Sebastian Vettel can get past Norris. He seems to be around 3/10 behind, so not too far. Hamilton's right there as well still, keeping up in that Mercedes that, in terms of R&D, isn't all there, so he's just got some good pace. Pierre Gasly as well, almost keeping up with Lewis Hamilton. So Lando has DRS here. Sebastian Vettel also has DRS. Lando might be going for the overtake. We're gonna have to go to the inside here. Just push him out. Got to manage his speed a little bit. Got him around the curves, but he's side by side. And we're gonna have to be careful here once again. Holy, a lot of side by side action here in the season finale. Everyone's trying to do their part, and we got a safety car. We got a safety car here. Not soon enough or not late enough to go into pit, so we're gonna stay out. Let's see, no one's going into the pits, right? Okay, awesome. Kevin Magnussen out of the session. I think he has suffered a mechanical failure, it looks like, because no one else is out of the session. It's just him parked on the side of the road there. Well, let's catch up to the safety car. Alright, so safety car is in here. We're about to get going. A little bit of wheel spin out of the final corner. And here we go. We got the green flag. Gotta be careful here because the tires are still ice cold. A little bit of a lift off. The AI are just so good at keeping the tires warm for no reason. Lando's gonna get a run on us here. He might try and go down the inside. Yep, there he goes. Leaving him space. I think he hit us in the rear a little bit. It's lap 1 all over again. Sebastian Vettel is going to try and make a move here as well. I don't know what to do here. Like, we're just squeezing everyone out. I got a collision warning with Vettel. How? How do I get a collision warning? What, did I brake check him? We're side by side with Lando once again. And I think Sebastian Vettel, we're going to be going 3 wide into the parabolica once again. I don't know what to call this turn. It's like a parabola. So I'm just calling it the parabolica. But Sebastian Vettel overtakes Lando Norris. And we now have a Cyborg Porsche 1-2 for now. We're going to have DRS activated. And with Vettel and I being the same machinery, we might be at a little bit of a disadvantage. I think I have a tad more pace than Sebastian Vettel. But with DRS, that might not be enough. And we're also approaching the pit window. So that'll put a little bit of space between me and Sebastian Vettel for a bit. Don't want an incident here. We need to focus on getting the Constructors Championship, as none of us are in contention for the Drivers' Championship. It's already been won by Charles Leclerc, so we'll have a little bit of fun here with Sebastian Vettel, but we gotta fight him respectfully, make sure there's no contact or incidents that compromises either of our races here. Hope maybe we can tow each other around and keep Lando Norris in P3. Got our first Cyborg Porsche 1-2 on the season. Kind of ironic that it would come at the last race. I hear a little bit of contact back there between Sebastian Vettel and Pierre Gasly. Pierre Gasly now takes P2. Sebastian Vettel actually takes that spot back. They're side by side. This battling is allowing me to get out in front. Sebastian Vettel has DRS now, and it looks like he's gonna make a run on us here. We're gonna go on, defend the inside. Just trying to leave him a little bit of space so he can just squeeze through. And we keep the lead here. But he's right on our gearbox. He's gonna have DRS again. There's not much I can do here. Sebastian Vettel takes the lead of this race. So now we got a battle between Cyborg Porsche teammates, battling for P1 in the season finale. If I can win this race, there is a good chance as well that I can get P2 in the Drivers' Championship, which doesn't really count for anything besides bragging rights. But it would be an improvement on last season, because last season I came in P3 surprisingly. So we're going to try and get the win here so we can secure P1. It also depends on where Max Verstappen finishes as well. And we're boxing this lap. So we'll let Vettel go out. We'll let him have his fun. So here we go into the pit lane. Let's see what we can do on this outlap on the fresh tires. We're going to be racing Sebastian Vettel. We hit the traffic cone there. Whoopsies. I think a few other drivers are coming in. It's going to be Pierre Gasly, Lewis Hamilton. I'm not sure who else. Oscar Piastri's in there as well. Mick Schumacher maybe. Purple pit stop. No mistakes. Come on. Nice. Beautiful.
Stop. Faster than we were expecting.
Sebastian Vettel's in the pits. Let's see where we come out. Lewis Hamilton's right on our gearbox, so a little bit of a slow out lap maybe. But hopefully we can beat Sebastian Vettel out of the pits. I hope that's not him coming out right now. Otherwise we lost a hell of a lot of time. No, he's still in there. So let's see. I think he's just exiting now. He's gonna go through that slow turn. Might be a second or so ahead of us. Yep, there he is. We're gonna be right with him actually. Let's see, we're just a second behind, so we lost maybe a few hundredths of a second on that outlap, but good enough. We're still gonna be in DRS range here. He's also gonna have to warm up those tires, so we should be able to get the overtake done here. We're gonna use all the battery that we got. Use the DRS. I don't think we're gonna get him here. We might get close. No, we're not gonna get him here. But we got a good exit out of the chicane. We should have a solid run on him. Alright, so we're going to have DRS here. Fernando Alonso kind of holding up Sebastian Vettel for me. Sebastian Vettel going on defense. Have to let go of the throttle. And we're going to go 3 wide into this turn once again. Almost flying in to Fernando Alonso. Thank God he did not turn in. But Sebastian Vettel still keeps the lead. He's in P2 now. A few of the other drivers have gone to pit because a lot of them started on the hard tires, so their pit window wasn't until a few laps later. And this is a Red Bull we are approaching here. Sergio Perez currently leading the race on the hard tire, but he still has to pit, obviously. Which, actually, he might not have to pit. I'm a little confused on who's on what strategy at the moment. We're falling behind. We've managed to just gap the entire field. I think Lewis Hamilton might have gotten into a little fender bender with Sergio Perez. He's 3 seconds behind now. Sebastian Vettel is going on defense, so we're really putting the pressure on him now. We're gonna have DRS here once again. This is where he definitely gaps me. I cannot exit out of that chicane properly. But thank God there's DRS there to kind of help me along down the straight. At least keep the gap to him. Well, now we're riding Sebastian Vettel's dirty air a lot more. We might get Sebastian Vettel this time for real. I feel like I've said that at least 3 times at this point. Yeah, we're right on his bumper. We're gonna have to beat him to the outside though. Hope he doesn't just squeeze us out. We're gonna squeeze him, beat him to the apex. But we're gonna be side by side here, and he's gonna have DRS. No! Oh, come on! We just can't get past Sebastian Vettel right now. One more time here on Sebastian Vettel. I think this time we're gonna get him cleanly. Going into the chicane here. No, we're not. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'm gonna have DRS again. Oh my gosh, we just can't get past him. Us squabbling is allowing Lewis Hamilton to catch up. He's now 1.8 seconds behind us. So he's slowly but surely closing the gap on us here. Okay, we're actually going to get a run on Sebastian Vettel here. We're going to go wide. Just got to squeeze up, beat him to the apex here. We kind of chopped him off there, but that puts us in the lead with 3 laps to go in this race. And I don't think DRS is going to be enough for him to take back the spot this time. He's going to have to come back and earn it. Which, given the race that he's having, he probably will give us a run for our money in these next few laps here. But we also got the fastest lap, so at the moment we got 26 points, and I think we'll also secure P2 because Max Verstappen, I think, he is like down in P7, P8 maybe. So we're gonna get a lot of points here. Alright, so we're headed on to the final lap. Sebastian Vettel currently 7/10 back. He's gonna have DRS down the straight. Lewis Hamilton also right there, 1.1. I think Vettel might actually have to worry about defending Hamilton. Please defend off Hamilton. We need at least a 1-2 finish. Oh my god, he's coming right down the inside here. No, we cannot choke this on the last lap here. Sebastian Vettel trying to go for the move here. And I think he just locked up. Did he just lock up? Oh no. Okay, no, he's still in P2. 6/10. Lewis Hamilton's still right there. It looks like we're gonna have a P1 here, unless we just massively lock up in the next few quarters here. But this season is coming to an end, and it looks like Cyborg Porsche will secure its very first Constructors Championship here with a 1-2 finish. Surprisingly, Mercedes out of nowhere with a 3-4 finish, so that might help them in the Constructors standings. They might pass Ferrari or one of the other teams. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but we're about to find out. We take P1, we secure the Constructors Championship with a 1-2 finish. Let's go. Constructors Championship, but none of the drivers are a Drivers' Champion. So I don't know if that's ever happened before in like F1 history. I'm actually gonna look that up real quick while this thing loads in here. After a quick Google search, it's actually happened a lot. Now that I think about it, Mercedes did it in 2021. They won the Constructors, and Max Verstappen won the Drivers' Championship. But we still won the Constructors' Championship nonetheless, with a 1-2 finish in the season finale. And with the 26 points I scored in this race, we passed Max Verstappen to take the runner-up spot in the Drivers' Championship. So last year we finished in P3, this year we finished in P2, which means that next year we will finish in P1. Honestly, just super unlucky season, zero reliability in the car, and that's really why we lost out on the Drivers' Championship here. Hopefully we have better reliability next season. Red Bull coming in P2 in the Constructors, McLaren surprisingly in P3, Ferrari P4, Mercedes moves up with that 3-4 finish into P5, and Alpine loses out. So very unfortunate. Mercedes kind of clutched it in the last few races of the season here to make up for the damage that they did during the start of the season. Sebastian Vettel also had a really good race. I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to pass it because his pace was very good in this last race, and he really turned it around in the back half of this season. You can see here he had the 3 DNFs, P8, P10, P14, and then after that he never finished below P7. He had 4 podiums, 2 race wins, and really clutched up, honestly, for us to secure the Constructors Championship. And I did say that this race was going to be a big teller to whether I re-sign him or not come next season, and I'm happy to announce as the Cyborg Porsche CEO that I will be offering him a contract extension into season 3, and hopefully we can both keep up the momentum and secure another Constructors Championship and hopefully a Drivers Championship. Preferably, I hope it's me, but if Sebastian Vettel wins it, I'd be pretty happy with that as well. Max Verstappen also had a pretty good season. He had 3 race wins with 5 podiums, but it just wasn't enough compared to the performances of myself and Charles Leclerc. He also had the engine penalty in the last race here, so maybe if he didn't have that penalty, he would be in P2, but it's the way she goes. His teammate Sergio Perez, on the other hand, did not have a good season whatsoever. He did not win any races, and he only had 3 podiums on the season, and that really costed Red Bull in the Constructors race and in his own Drivers Championship race. Come season 3, there's going to be a new grid, hopefully, a new schedule, and this will most likely be the last season of our Formula 1 22 My Team career mode, as F1 23 will be out by the time I think I finish this season. They just had the teaser trailer for Devin Butler's own team or whatever, so that's going to be interesting. But we got one more season here. Hopefully we can get the Drivers' Championship. But that is going to be it for this one, guys. As always, if you've watched up to this point, be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Big shout out to everyone who has watched all the episodes of this season in our My Team Career Mode series. If you guys haven't watched all of them, you can hit the playlist either on my channel page, or I'll probably put it here on the side. You guys can watch all the videos and catch up before we start season 3, which I'm very excited for, because honestly this season has been a bit of a pooper because of all the DNFs we had. So hopefully we'll have a more reliable car next season and we can actually get our first and last Drivers' Championship before F1 23. Make sure you guys hit the notification bell so you guys know when season 3 comes out. But that is going to be it for this one, guys. Have a great night.